everyone. So I've been working on my book, and I've just been doing a lot of thinking. So, my book is about a girl. Her name is Kendra. She is quite introverted. She likes writing. She has two very good best friends who are supportive, but they are often, not often, but at times annoyed with her insecurities because they know she's a good person, she's a great friend, and she's always putting herself down. So, one day, Kendra, it's her birthday, and her aunt offers her a job at her cafe because her aunt thinks, it's gonna help her be more social and, just kind of like really thrive. Well, Kendra stumbles upon a secret with the coffee, and that is that the coffee is sort of magical. So, the things I'm having difficulty with is wondering if there's too much of this or that. So, I often wonder as I'm writing the story, the dialogue, etc., if I'm putting too much contemporary in a fantasy story, or will it even mix well? Like, I know there's urban fantasy and everything, but the kids in the story, they don't always stay a big chunk of the time in these fantasy worlds. They kind of go back and forth. Whereas, you have something like, say, for example, Harry Potter. Harry Potter was born into the normal world, and then he discovers the wizarding world, and when school ends during summer, he goes home. But a big chunk of the book is taking place at Hogwarts, at, the wizarding world. Whereas in my story, a lot of what's taken place so far, because I'm only like 17,000 words in, so far is in the main world, the real world, our world, whatever you want to call it. And I'm wondering, how will I label this? How will this be marketed? Will people be interested in this? Because a lot of people, they don't always like the same two genres. Like, there are people who love contemporaries. I love romance stories and real life things, Pretty much, so far, the 3 books I've read by John Green are, contemporary. J.K. Rowling, like I said, Harry Potter, those are pretty fantasy based. Coraline is fantasy. I haven't read it yet, but I've seen the movies. The Lord of the Rings obviously are fantasy. And then, you have books, like I said, urban fantasy, that combines both. Like, real life, this world, people discovering magic or whatever. But what if they kind of balance each other out? What if we still have a lot of realistic things? And a lot of it is very contemporary-ish, with fantasy elements thrown in. Like, I know it's been done before, but I can't help but wonder if people are going to want, like, more of a fantasy story if they hear what it's about and will be bored by the contemporary part. Or will it be able to balance it out pretty good? I don't know. Like, so far I have no chapter breaks because I'm having difficulty figuring out how I should do that. And I know not every book actually even has chapters, but a lot of them do. And so, like, if you write and you're watching this video, when do you end your chapters? Does it go so far in a scene? Or what? Like, when do you feel that you should end that before beginning another one, or do you even care about that? So yeah, this video is just kind of rambling about where my story is going. So I have introduced a love interest. It is a female love interest, but I don't want to have that play a big part because I believe people's personalities are the biggest things. Like, I am in no way, shape, or form against any kind of diversity at all. I think it's great. Differences in the world make it beautiful. But I do believe there is much more to people than their sexuality or their religion or etc. Like, that can play a part in who you are, your influences, the things you believe in. But I think, you know, characters need character development no matter who or what they are. So, but yeah, I mean, there's a little differences in my story compared to other ones that are more popular, but there are also things that are kind of common, like a love interest, like a girl discovering magic. My character is a pagan one. I'm not sure if I'm making her Wiccan yet or not, but she might be Wiccan. So that's something we don't normally see a whole lot of. But they're just kind of subtle things. You know what I mean? Like, I want to put, you know, diversity and differences and all that other kind of stuff in there to make realistic characters, but I want it mainly to be about the character's personality. And while I'm very happy to create these worlds and everything, it still mainly will be about the characters and their journey through this. I want my character to kind of learn something. I'm not sure just yet. I don't want it to be kind of tropey or cliche or whatever, but you know, there's always seeming to be a problem in stories and a way to fix them. That's almost in every story. So, yeah. You know, I'm trying to develop the side characters because I believe that they should have personalities and likes and interests too, other than just the main character, because nobody has a world that revolves completely around them. Like, you like people and they become your friends because of how they are, what they like, their beliefs, etc. And in some ways, what other people are helps shape what we are. You know, kind of, yeah. Anyways, before this video gets too long, this is just kind of an update about where my story is going. I just hope that once I'm finished with it, people will be interested in it. I have put the story in my blogger, I believe. I also have it on my Facebook and my notes, which I can't remember if my Facebook is linked or not. You can read it there. Just look up Stephanie Dickinson and obviously my picture, and then you can read that, what I have so far. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.